We are in between realm hell.
Purgatory.
Yeah, purgatory with birds.
Purgatory,
Purgatory.
aka Sesame Street, where we killed the fuck out of Big Bird, and now we're gonna kill his whole family.
No, we didn't fight Big Bird. We fought like what was it?
Fuck if I know.
No, you did fight Big Bird. It was,
It was
did
Big
that.
Bird. It's
It
Big
was
Bird,
Big-
Long Bird, and
Little Bird.
Yeah.
Small
Yeah.
Bird.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
we're gonna
okay.
go down the list, the laundry list of birds.
Oh, we fought 2 of them.
One left.
1 left. Alter fucked himself with a magic item. So we're gonna see if we can get another magic item to fix it.
Maybe.
Here's hoping.
Speaking of bird.
Here's hoping.
Bird.
Let me put the things. I gotta copy and paste the things. The art for the fucking little bird.
You had a problem with this little bird?
Oh, it's a good thing I wrote this down.
Yeah.
Does Alter still have the +1 HP message ring?
No, I gave it to someone. I removed it from my list.
Yeah, and I put it down because someone needs to take it. I know you said you wanted to have him give it to Silverus, but that's going to be a little bit of a while. So it has to be on
Well,
someone's sheet.
Somebody better write it down because I'm not gonna put it on.
Fuck it.
Yes.
Useful item.
There you go. That's for you. It is a useful item. It's also incredibly forgettable.
Okay. So is it... Who has it? Key?
Yeah, sounds like you.
Oh my god.
Do you want it?
No. It's just fact. But you know what? I'm just going to not mention that at all. Just move on.
Not mention what?
Iris, can you say something?
Say something. What do you want me to say?
Okay. Nothing. All good. Don't want to double check. I'm putting you at max. I couldn't
Don't
hear
do
you at
that.
first.
Don't do that. Hang on.
What?
I already did.
Continue. I will be back.
What? That's why I was like, I don't want to say it. But like, she was good, and then she kept fucking with it, and I couldn't hear her.
Oh, the struggles of online D&D.
I told her, stop fucking with it. Oh, the kitten. Oh. Cute burp, though.
It is a cute
Kitty.
bird. Fluttering around is a bird about the size of 10 inches.
10 inches?
Yeah, this
Damn.
bird tiny.
10 inches is a pretty big bird. That's like...
That's a macaw size.
Yeah, that's not macaw size.
Okay, well, I don't know bird sizes. Fuck.
Do you
Just-
know inches?
Look
It's
at
the size of a pigeon.
look at your forearm, Piper.
Uh-huh.
Your forearm is about from elbow to wrist is generally about 10 to 11 inches.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no, I mean that's fair enough.
Because
I
it's,
don't know,
it's
but I imagine... like,
elbow to
common
wrist
bird
is 10
size.
to 11 inches, and then like your first knuckle is like 1 inch.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What?
The gif.
So it's just like flying around.
Yep.
Is it doing anything? It's just flying?
It is circling you guys right now. As if
Circling
deciding
us?
what to do now. Yeah. So it's like, yay, just flying about.
Insight check.
Insight, yeah, I want to insight check the bird.
What are you hoping to glean from the bird?
Does the bird intend us Does
Yeah.
the bird intend to do any harm to anyone?
You can roll with insight or animal.
Oh no.
I'm not like trying to communicate or
Hmm,
get the animal to obey.
That's fair. That's fair. I'll let you attempt an insight check.
I have an aura of
24.
some sort marked down, and I don't remember what it was.
Is it me? Am I the aura?
It might have
There's
been a
two
buff
of
some
them.
sort.
It was a buff of some sort, but I don't remember what the buff was.
Hypergore?
trying to-
Heroism. No,
She no longer
heroism
has
wouldn't have
heroism.
heroism wouldn't have that thing anyway. This bird is looking around, deciding which of you is the most guilty, or feels the most guilty.
So it does intend to do us harm?
Yeah, it's gonna pick your fucking eyes out.
Okay. So Alter will point at the bird with his slightly smaller arm, and he will say, like, I think that is the next one. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure that bird is maliciously circling us.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Everything we've met in this fucking realm is an issue.
As you say that, Alter, it does flutter closer to you. You can stare into its cold, dead, beady black eyes.
I would not get too close to it if I were you.
Does it want birdseed or something?
Do you have birdseed just laying around?
Well, I am a princess. I do have it on me at all times.
Isul just gives her the most deadpan look.
As you say that, the bird flies and moves closer to you, Sylvie.
Oh, I hope it wants the birdseed. She's going to just fucking... Because, you know, Piper, she takes care of, like, the garden is
Do
her...
you actually have birdseed on you? Like,
I'd like to argue with you that she would. Or at the
I
very
want
least,
to-
one of her rations would be.
I want to chuck something at you.
Because, like, I feel like that is, like, at the very least, like, granola seeds. It's something, you know? Like, almonds are part of bird seeds and also trail mix. Bird seeds are not just straight up the little ones. Could be bigger seeds.
Almonds.
okay. If you think you'd actually have that I'll go for it.
Every established, the garden is her domain. And I imagine she fills the bird feeder up.
Yes, so you guys watch as Sylvie produces from nowhere a set of birdseed.
I would imagine not straight up bird seed. I imagine it's more like little like almonds and stuff cut up.
Trail mix, almost.
Yeah. Yeah.
Isul just like watching this and like motions vaguely towards fucking Saveth and Blaze, like, I have a fucking chocobo and I don't even carry on birdseed. What kind of realm do you come from?
Well, it's just easier to keep it on me than to have to go back to the storage cupboard every time I need to refill the bird feeder.
The bird eats your almonds.
Menacingly.
Like, what's the vibe?
It seems like the bird is content to eat a quick meal.
Okay.
And it flies over to Isul.
And Isul, let it get kind of close. If it tries to get too close, she just like shifts the halberd to like block it. Not to hit it, just in the way.
It begins to circle you, as if examining you. And then it too begins to stare, as if wondering, as if watching.
I don't have any almonds. Or any peanuts or anything like that.
It goes and examines your pets as well. It goes to take a look at Sabeth and take a look at Blaze.
Very confused.
The chocobo and the bird have a very intense stare down. It goes to check out Kit.
She just kind of smiles and waves. Well, hello there, it's nice to meet you, little bird. Have some water to help with the seeds. And pours a little cap full of water and puts it on the ground.
It accepts your water happily. Key. Bird flies over to you.
Key will put her kind of hand out so it could land if it wants to.
It does so.
Can she pet it?
Yes.
She will pet the bird.
It is very soft and silken to the touch.
Oh, you're a cute one, aren't you?
As you pet the bird, it begins to shimmer and glow, and it begins to fade away, leaving a charm on your hand.
I didn't do that, did I?
I don't know. I don't really know what happened.
You didn't get hurt, did you?
Shakes head.
Ace will walk over and kind of examine what was left in Key's hand.
In Key's hand is a white heart charm necklace. And the tip of the heart is painted red.
Why is this bird so cute?
I don't know exactly what that is, but I can work on trying to figure it out for you if you want.
Yeah, if you could do that, I'd
Poof,
appreciate
right
it.
on.
Ace will take the necklace and start working on identify.
Right.
I'll come up with a better name for it later, but this is the Punishing Bird's gift.
Oh no. What did I do? I don't want it. I don't want it.
If you take the dodge command and you successfully evade, you may spend your reaction to take an attack against whoever hit you. And
Okay,
this
never
attack
mind.
will
I do
always
want it.
deal maximum damage.
Wow.
Can you repeat that?
If you take the action to dodge and you evade, you can spend your reaction to deal maximum damage back to it of one of your attack rolls. Now, keep in mind it doesn't benefit from like flourish or sneak attack or anything like that. But
Question.
yes,
Define evade.
taking the dodge action specifically.
So if you take the dodge action and then
They
like
miss.
at the start of the next turn, nobody tries to attack that character, you succeeded.
No. Like if you use the dodge action, they try to hit you and miss, then you deal damage back.
So you have to so you have to use the dodge action and the enemy has to attempt to hit you.
Yeah, it's situational, but
Yeah. So
yeah.
is it more so like a use the dodge action, they try to hit you and they miss? Is it you automatically do damage to them, or do you like roll to attack.
It's an auto hit.
Okay.
An auto hit at max weapon damage.
Yeah.
Auto hit at max weapon damage.
And the last question, does it require attunement?
It does.
Okay. Okay, so we'll examine it and say something along those lines without the meta knowledge.
Is it in ye olden fantasy speak?
Hand it back to Key. Seems to be rather useful.
Well, thank you for identifying it.
Isil just gives a little nod. Kind of start looking around. We're still in a fucking forest, right?
Where's that token?
Yeah. Anybody have any idea of which direction we need to head in?
Fuck no.
Yeah. Where is that token I prepared?
Where does instinct point me? DM.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a token.
Okay.
I know I made it.
It's hiding from you.
Yeah, I really do need to clean my folder a bit. Because I keep a hold of everything. Which, like, I know is the smart thing, but I can't be bothered to organize it, like, at all.
I am a person who loves organizing shit. And my memes are categorized and subcategorized. I don't understand.
Like, I gotta be in the mood for it. Which I rarely am.
You would hate my organizational method with pictures because it's just everything into the downloads folder.
Yep.
And I leave it there because then it's like, okay, I know I was doing this thing, so even if I can't find the exact picture, I know what was around it. And so I just go looking for this like chunk of pictures that I remember.
Pain.
Okay.
One day I'm gonna break into all of your fucking shit and I'm gonna organize it.
Hey.
Wow, somebody hacked my laptop and wow, everything's so neat.
You're welcome.
Satisfied that I organized the homebrew shit.
Yes, I appreciate it so much.
Be satisfied with that.
However, the knowledge that everything else on your fucking computer is disorganized as fuck still haunts me.
Be satisfied, Amy, singing.
No.
I will never be satisfied.
I'm freaking the one that went on Piper's Final Fantasy account multiple times
Yep.
to organize her fucking retainers and inventory.
Yep. I can't be bothered. And it gives her OCD breakdown.
Yeah, especially when I'm trying to be on your account crafting shit. It's like, oh yeah, I don't know what retainer it's on. Hell if I know.
Maybe if you bothered to level up your crafters.
I
Okay,
did.
back to the game. We'll leave it at that.
Fuck you.
Isol will just kind of look around as everybody's considering next moves. Is everyone okay for the most part? Do you remember Alter got fucked up last time?
Alter holds up his hand and just goes, "No, I'm not fucking okay."
Oh, that's not good. Do you need healing from any of us?
Well, yes, but also, he just gestures, like holding out his arms, as if, like the gesture you do whenever you have like a stain on the bottom of your shirt, and you're like, oh, and you kind of like hold your hands out, like he does that.
Mm-hmm.
Isol just like looks him over, and there is a like slight crease in her brow, like worry for a moment, and then she just gets this like very sour, like annoyed look, and looks back up at him. There's a reason that you don't go grabbing for magical objects just willy-nilly, all over the place. That's what happens to you.
It's not my fault.
Isn't. No, never mind. Sorry. Misspoke.
We'll we'll work on getting you back up to strength once we figure out how to get out of here.
Kit, with your passive perception, you can see some glowing yellow eyes behind the party.
We're being watched over that way by something with like some really creepy yellow eyes. I don't know.
And it's approaching you.
And it's coming this way.
From
Scoot
which
back.
direction? Like the north?
Yeah.
Whatever, whichever way.
I assumed up here, right?
Yeah.
So
Sylvie
we'll
wants to Kit. Hide
step
behind Kit.
in front of Kit and kind of tug Key back behind her too.
Bless again whenever something, I don't know. I'm getting ready to bless those that are around me if something happens. Preparing to bless.
Okay. As you guys wait. Oh, sorry. Somebody beeps me. I'll post this.
I don't like that.
What? What?
Can you grow it again? I
What
didn't
is
get to
that?
see the image.
I will send it in Discord.
I don't want you to anymore.
Okay.
No. Please do. It's just. What is that? What Spider-Man OC is this? I'm trying to make sense of this.
To help describe this for you,
Please.
as you look upon this woman that is steadily approaching, you quickly recognize features of the birds that you just defeated. You can make out the long neck of the judgment bird that held the scales on its neck. You can see the glowing yellow eyes of Big Bird. And on her chest, you could see a red spot with a large mouth on it, similar to what the small bird had. Had you triggered that boss fight, you would have noticed that that is a very big mouth where his red spot is. And all of this on the back of what seems to be a completely blindfolded woman is steadfastly approaching. And you can sort of feel the mixed energies of all of the enemies that you have fought today sort of mingling around her as she approaches you lot. You know, that was my favorite story back in the day. It was a cautionary tale. But what can I say? I was a big fan of it.
And so you just throw it at anybody who happens to come through here then?
Well, I can't throw anything at anybody. I was just born after all.
Walter blinks for a second. She goes, "If you were just born, how is that your favorite story?"
I am just a part of something. And you should know that already. Or at least she should. And she holds her hand out, which contains a two-handed greatsword with just glowing eyes on it, and she points it over to Kit. But she doesn't seem to remember a damn thing. And that really is a shame.
Okay, so we'll just kind of shift a little bit more in front between Kit and this lady. Huh. And who exactly are you then?
You mean you don't know what I am already?
No, it's generally polite to introduce yourselves, even if you have an idea.
I am that clutching of your heart when you imagine your dear, dear loved one falling in battle. She turns to Alter. I'm the fear of facing what it is that you know you must face one day. Points to Kit. I am the dread of knowing what's to come. But you can call me Lilith. I came here today to assess whether everything that we learned was true or not. And it really does pain us that you don't remember a thing after all we've been through.
Yes, well, now you know that she doesn't remember anything. I don't suppose you're going to let us on our way. Our places to be.
I'm sure you do. As it turns out, I'm not really quite in the mood to fight anyway. You can go.
Does she seem to be telling the truth?
Insight check.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh shit, really? For real?
Alter inside. Oh god.
I'll fucking try.
Can any of us roll insight?
You can roll
I'm rolling
insight.
it.
Hey!
Natural 20.
Oh shit!
That's why I was like, I don't know if I have a feeling Alter's gonna nail this. I had no
Her stance isn't raised, so it seems to be a gesture of runaway prey.
Okay, so she is letting us go.
Yes.
Yeah, Isul
Then
will stay where she is, kind of like jerk her head to like motion for the ones behind her to like start running behind towards Altar so they're out of the way.
Sylvie's gonna take fucking Key and Kit's hands and just fucking book it.
the threes.
Don't need to tell us twice.
Yeah.
Run!
Daddle.
She's bringing her rock with her.
Oh shit. Ruxton is right on your heels. Roxton, apologies.
Floating rock just following after them. She's not leaving though until she can ensure the twins get away safely though.
Yeah, Key will move further, but she's gonna still stay near these two, like in between everyone.
Yeah.
Well,
Alter
she
will look
herself
over.
doesn't have eyes on her head. You could feel the golden eyes on her wings and on her sword just stare at you as you begin to leave. It is
Alter
not-
looks at Isul and just nods his head like, let's fucking leave.
Yeah, Isul kind of just like waits until everybody else is behind Altar. And just like is very much watching this woman, making sure she's not making like any weird moves. And then we'll start to backtrack, not as quickly, like kind of walking backwards at first, keeping an eye until she is comfortable. And then we'll turn and head up the back of the pack.
It's not quite time for us to have our fight just yet, but I'm sure when you get back home, you'll be seeing more of me. And as she says that, she sort of turns around and she sort of disappears into like black and gold and white particles with just like the wave of the back of her hand. But even then, you can still sort of feel those eyes gaze upon you as you quickly make your way out.
Yeah, fuck this place.
Yeah, let's get it gone quickly.
Okay.
Let's get the hell out of here.
I have the urge to get rid of the bird feeder when I get home.
Okay. Now we come to the optional portion of the quest. Back through imponderable space.
As you all begin to travel down this road, now that you're not being interfered, Key finds a pathway forward. She's not quite sure where it's going to lead, but she's doing her best to narrow the possibilities. Along the way, if you guys want, I can give you visions of what's going on in the outside world right now.
Oh
We
What's the
get
boy.
actual part?
visions. We get visions regardless.
You can choose if you want them or not. I'm not going to force them on you.
Oh.
You can pick a person or a place, and I will tell you something that's going on between now and by the time you arrive back home.
Boy. I guess Isul
Hmm.
keeps having like moments where she is walking forward and will kind of like stop and like look behind her back up the stairs. And it's 100% focused on Mori.
Yeah, I had a feeling you'd choose Mori. Okay. No, like that's fine because I actually prepared a vision of Mori for you.
Hey, the boy.
So as you're walking, Isul, you're kind of staring off into space. And your thoughts turn to Mori as you wonder if he's okay. Did he manage to get out okay? And the space around you seems to be reacting to this. You go to what appears to be the Hama building in Zestra, only you can hear the sounds of spells and gunfire, and your vision is focused on Moriarty, who is draped in a cloak, and he seems to be running away from it as like a bullet slings by his foot, and he narrowly dodges arrows and manages to counter spell something just in time. In his Cradled in his arms, you see a very familiar black and gold sheath for a certain katana. And in the distance, you could see that some of the people from the syndicate are pursuing him. You could see him sort of beginning to pant because he wasn't made for this. He's a small, scrawny boy, not super fast. Apparently, thief. And as you watch, he quickly turns around and uses the sheath to quickly block an incoming attack before Misty stepping away. And this seems to be going on for quite some time as he seems very determined to leave with this sheath that you recognize so splendidly. Because as you can hear him say, they're going to need this. The new vision cuts up.
She kind of like comes back into like where she is walking with the group. Anybody that would be near her look in her direction. She looks um panicked. A little panicked. Which is not something you see on Isul often if ever.
Alter's like kind of halfway paying attention, and then uh, not really, kind of head fog, and then he'll blink and then look over at Isul and then do a double take and notice that she looks freaked the fuck out, and then he'll kind of slide all over and be like, "You good? What's going on? You've got that 1,000-yard stare shit going on."
I don't know. Think I saw Mori.
You think you saw Mori?
She kind of like shakes her head slightly, like hand against her head. I saw him running from the Hama house. Flim shooting at him.
Wait, so you saw him running with maybe maybe he's kind of listening to your advice. That's good, right? And Alter gives you like a slight punch on the arm, like, look at that.
Which means he got out of here faster than we did.
Oh, you're nope, you're right about that one.
We need to get out of here. Now.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Maybe not say anything, but there is a little bit more of an air of urgency Isul will take in kind of prodding Key along.
Key, I'm not telling you to hurry, but also walk a bit faster, please. Does anybody else want cool vision quests? Going once, going twice. Okay.
Eileen. Oh, okay.
What do you
Never
want?
mind.
No,
I was
tell me.
gonna say, well, what's going on with Silverus?
Yeah.
Is it
I was
Oh.
waiting on Alter. I wanted Alter to do it.
Same.
Listen. I'm torn because I want the surprise. It's what do you want me to say? I like surprises, all right? I like dramatic reveals. I want to be face to face with the dramatic reveal.
Mm-hmm.
And I am staying quiet for obvious reasons.
Key can ask about Silverus.
Mm-hmm.
Well, also, Key is currently driving a bus right now, so I don't think that
So
would be smart.
So if the visions are implicated, however, by like the nature of what's happening inside of the character's mind, Alter is thinking about Silverus. He
Okay.
cannot help but think about Silverus.
All right. Amy, are you okay with me sharing a little bit of what's going on?
Yeah, take your pick. Shit's fun.
The shit is pretty fun.
Mm-hmm. Like I can't imagine how hard it is to have all of these things and not share.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I have 3 different visions. Alter, you can pick 1, 2, or 3.
2.
Okay.
Easy.
So as you continue to walk towards the end, towards where Key is taking you, your vision also turns to Silverus. You see Silverus in what appears to be a clearing in the woods. A massive forest that sort of blends you completely from sight. And in the middle is just this large clearing. And Silverus is panting heavily. Across from her, you can see a woman in complete leather with what appears to be a mask over her. As she's approaching Silverus, the two of them seem to be quickly locking themselves into combat as sword quickly crashes against sword, dashing and dancing in ways that you weren't sure people can move, but at the same time they're moving almost faster than you could see. And after a quick exchange, you could see the woman quickly block and parry Silverus's rapier, knocking it completely out of her hand. And then you just see, as this woman is moving to recover from her strike, her sword, which was a longsword at this point, turns into what appears to be a lance, and she runs it through Silverus's chest and then kicks her away from it. And then she falls to the ground, seemingly dead. And that's where your vision fades.
altered. Like it's very obvious. Like his breath catches at the sight. Like initially he's seeing it and he's like pitched combat, and there's a part of him that's like, I don't know who that is. Maybe this isn't. Maybe I'm misunderstanding something. Maybe this isn't what it looks like. And then she gets literally ran through the middle, and Alter just and stops in his tracks. I imagine somebody probably runs into him.
You don't want the short ones to. It'd be right in the butt crack. Boom.
Wow.
Issa will stop from where she is, probably ahead of Alter at this point, hearing the gasp and kind of like turn in his direction. And like slightly narrowed eyes. Oh, don't tell me you're seeing shit too.
It takes him a minute to like blink, but he just shakes his head a little bit, and he just there's like words forming on his lips, but he can't really seem to say anything. Just like he not stuttering, but the thing before stuttering, where he is just trying to figure out how to even start a sentence. And he just stops and just shakes his head.
Okay, so we'll kind of take a few steps back and kind of very firmly kind of press her hand against his chest and like looking up at him. Remember to breathe. What is it?
He blinks for a second and just, I think Silvers is dead.
Okay, so we'll just kind of doesn't move, just blinks and takes a slow breath. Did you just see her get hurt? Or did you see more?
I saw what I saw enough. It's not something that I think any normal person could live through. Alter slumps to the ground. Shit. Oh shit, I thought I'd be worse off than I am, all things considered. I'm still thinking about how we're going to get back. But now I have less to get back to. So what good is getting back for me?
And so we'll just kind of like, when he slumps to the ground, she at first just like puts her hand on his head. And as he keeps talking, she is, just this little noise. And we'll kind of grab the unbroken horn and make him like look up at her. You don't know what has happened. You don't know the end result of anything. For all we know, these could be visions from other parts, other places, not ours.
But why?
Because
Why
everything
would
is fucked.
there is he's like chewing on his bottom lip almost, and there is a really pensive look of like he is very much desperate for it to be just a vision from an alternate reality where bad shit happened. And it is just like a fake, like, bullshit vision or something. And he just shakes his head and just goes, I I don't know who she was fighting. She was fighting some woman who I've never fucking seen before, and I mean, but what?
So just
That's,
go ahead.
no, he doesn't. He doesn't have any complete thoughts. He just stumbles out like or stammers out like incomplete sentences.
So we'll just kind of crouch and hand on his shoulder, just trying to keep eye contact with him, but lowering a little bit more towards his level now. Neither one of us understand what's going on. Nobody here understands what's going on, period. But all we can do is go forward and try to sort shit out once we get out.
He closes his eyes really, really hard and like bows his head a little bit.
So we'll kind of lean forward and kind of like bump her head against his.
He wipes his nose and kind of smears along his face and rubs his eyes. Oh, I want to get out of this place. I want to get out of this place and I want to find someone to blame really badly.
I don't think you're the only one. So we'll still kind of like hand on his shoulder, turn and kind of look at through the group, looking for Key.
So I kind of imagine that Key was leading the group, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she had kept walking for a bit, but after like a minute or so of not hearing footsteps, she'll turn around and then see that you guys are like a few paces behind, kind of thing. Um, what's going on? Like I imagine this is her trying to navigate and thus focus on these feelings, quote unquote, of trying to get us in the right place.
So she didn't hear jack shit.
Yep.
Probably for the best.
Yeah,
I wanted you guys to have your moment.
But now they get to break Key's heart.
Nope, we're not doing that. Because Isul just kind of like hook her arm around Alter's neck and kind of like pull him into like a little side hug. And just pat the back of his head. Just, we'll get through this, brother. Managed to keep us both alive thus far. Not gonna lose that streak yet. We'll stand up straight again, kind of tugging at his arm to make him get up.
He gets up. There's a little bit of heft that you have to do, but it's easier because he is 1 helping you and 2 lighter.
And I am supposing Alt Sylvie and Kit heard some of that, though.
If she did, Alt Sylvie's looking real awkward. She's probably just like, twirling a bit of her hair, and she just like stands there, contemplating jumping off the fucking stairs.
Oh no.
Isol will just give them a very pointed look of like, we're not discussing this right now. And we'll shake her head at Key. This place is just messing with our heads a little bit.
Oh, I'll try and get us out of here faster then.
Kit will
Alright.
just kind of nod at Isil and Alter and follow quickly behind Key, not bringing anything up.
Yep.
Key, do you still want that Sylvie vision?
No, I was gonna take it if freaking Alter didn't have one, but if Alter had one, that's fine.
Okay.
She's focused on driving the bus, even though she doesn't know how to drive.
What's this pedal do?
As they move forward again, Isol will just kind of slide under Alter's arm, kind of offering support as best she can. Little awkwardly. Still not the best at this type of shit.
Alter, he'll say it. His eyes have been. He is locked onto Sylvie, Alt Sylvie, and he says just quietly enough that probably only Isul can hear. And he'll say, if she actually died, and I didn't actually say how I feel, I will never forgive myself for it.
Isol just kind of is silent for a moment, and then there's a small shake of her head. She's more capable than I think we give her credit for. And smart enough to have backup. She got hurt, I doubt that she did it without somebody being nearby.
There's just he has a lot of thoughts going through his head, and you can see the flexing and kind of not grinding of his teeth, but like the movement of his jaw. And he's still staring at the back of Alt Sylvie's head.
I imagine she just feels the eyes in the back of her head.
She, even so much as glances, she does get this, like, slightly apologetic look from Isul.
Yeah, I imagine she can't help but, like, look back of, like, am I just imagining? Nope, no, I'm not. Okay, I hope they don't want to kill me to get even. I don't know how this works.
No, just 100% this like slightly apologetic look from Isul, because Isul's like, I can keep him going or I can keep him from looking at you. I
And
am
she's just like
taking the first
awkward-
option right now.
just awkward smile as she looks back and like gives like a little like wave. You know, there's like a charming smile. As she looks back, but if you look closely, you can see like the tiniest furrow in her brow of nervousness.
Single drop of sweat.
Yeah, a single drop of sweat as she like feels the eyes on her and just can't ignore it. Does her best though. But she's like, okay, you know what? This cat lady Kit and the bunny girl Key, they are my new best friends. I'm going to be walking with them.
Put the smalls and the squishies up the front.
Yep. Just like she's gonna talk to them, you know? Chat with them every now and then, looking back and just like, yep, they're still walking. Yep, cool. Anyway, what was your favorite color?
All right. Lastly, who wants to roll a D100 for me?
No.
Me?
Go ahead.
Hmm.
It's far too satisfied of a sound.
Oh, wait, fuck.
What?
I realized something.
What?
Joe has a D100.
Oh yeah.
You already.
Joe,
I had.
roll your
I
physical
was-
D100.
If
Yeah.
if
Ignore me. Ignore
No,
me.
I'll combine the results.
what if it's over 100?
That's fine.
Do
Oh.
it. Do it, Joe. Teamwork.
If it's over 100, one of us gets critically injured.
No.
No, the number I'm
No.
rolling for is how far off the ground you guys appear in.
Do not combine them.
Roll your D100.
Well,
Hold on.
I'm not
Sylvie
gonna
needs to
bullshit
go
you.
home.
I rolled a 91.
Oh, jeez.
So,
128. Okay.
118.
How many D10s of damage would that be? I think that's just capped off, right?
Please don't kill the party.
No.
Yeah.
I got things. I got
I
funny
have
things.
Featherfall too. So,
Okay.
Oh, hey.
Also, I'd like
I
to,
was prepared.
if we're leaving improbable space, I'd like to request Alt Sylvie goes home first.
Oh yeah. You're not showing off. You're not coming with the group, unfortunately.
Okay.
Well,
Because we have plans for you, Alt Sylvie. Or should I say Amy? Yeah, so he's like, I think I got it. And as she like runs out, the light sort of leaves improbable space, and once again you guys return to the morning sky, only to realize that Key has dropped you almost 120 feet off of the ground. It's like there's like a moment of coyote time when you guys like wait, looks down, there's nothing, you begin to fall.
pop out wings, grab Kit and Alter by the scruff.
The scene that
Clutches.
greets you is a very rustic, warm style, which Alter and Isolde would immediately think would be Zestrin, but Zestrin is not nearly this tropical or warm, as normally their homeland would be completely frozen over. But the lot of you appear on what appears to be a mountaintop, with a small village down below, and closer to where you guys are descending, a temple of some sorts. You guys take in the scenic air as you guys begin to slowly descend. A sense of not nostalgia, but a feeling sits the air that's not quite something that you've experienced before. It's a feeling that, for some reason, You're on sacred ground? Question mark? That's your first instinct as you begin to slowly drift down to the ground.
He's not super thrilled to be carrying two people.
Kit has got a death grip on her.
That's gonna bruise.
Cat,
you gonna get down?
cat claws into the arm. Understood.
Meanwhile, Alter is actually like not too worried because considering how he and his sister live with jump and how she can fly now, I imagine he's actually relatively used to heights. So they come out like however far up in the air and he's just like, oh shit, and then starts to fall and then you catch him and he's like, oh, I was just bracing myself.
Well, fuck. If you're gonna catch them, I guess I don't need to cast Featherfall.
On yourself.
Who's gonna catch Key?
I have two. He still has two arms.
What about a tail?
She can take the damage.
No.
Ma'am.
Okay.
Just cast Featherfall on everyone.
Okay. That
Oh, no.
I heard I'm taking the damage. Let's see.
I said I could take the damage.
Let's see. What D&D maximum falling damage
I'm
rolls?
casting Featherfall, okay?
Oh,
Chill your
Mm.
shit.
the maximum is 20d6. Let's
Yeah.
see here.
So it's
But
200
it
feet.
Dash 20.
Just seeing what, to see
Isn't it
what
like-
it would have been.
1d6 per each 10 feet.
Yeah, it's
Wouldn't
1d6
that
per
be-
each 10 feet, so it would technically
Yeah.
be 11d6
Yeah.
is
Okay.
the
Okay.
max that you can do with this. But it caps out at 200 feet worth of fall damage.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
I
can
mean, you
survive
would've-
that amount of damage.
Well, 45 damage.
Yeah, I can survive it.
Do you want to survive it?
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Okay.
No!
So Key
No.
just lands on her feet,
Cuss.
bones crunching at you.
So when Kit
Cast-
just fuss, what are you doing?
Cast fucking Featherfall, you bitch.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Because
Spell slot.
so
If there
Huh?
ever was a time to
I'll
cast Featherfall,
I'll
I
cast
would
it. I'll cast
Okay.
it.
Jesus Christ.
Isul just had to grab the two because those were going to be the two closest to her when they
Featherfall
pop out.
effects up to 5.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, if it's only me, I can take the damage.
But
No,
I mean-
I'll cast it on everyone.
grabs them, slows them down for a second until he can like cast Featherfall. I imagine she is not going to be able to let go of Kit.
No, Kit's like, I don't trust anything! They're never
Yeah.
taking me alive again!
She throws her chakrams out in a swirl, and like a mist of energy kind of like swirls around everyone.
Alright, you guys slowly begin to descend. The closest descent point is at the top on this ground near the temple, where you see somebody staring up at you as you finally touch the ground. Amy, do you want to introduce your second temporary character of the arc?
Oh boy, here we go again. All right, where's the art? I had it right here. Here she is.
Yeah.
So,
Do you have a token? I'll put it on the.
oh, I have
thing.
a token.
Okay.
But I'm gonna send the art into the character, the second art into the fucking character creation chat. So you see a figure staring up, and all you see for a second is pink. As you see this figure staring up, holding like her hand over, like shielding her eyes from the sun, as she just watches this group of people plummet before falling very slowly. And she appears human-ish. She has horns that are like white and kind of antelope-esque, deer-esque. Some like, you know, deer-related person maybe. And she has just like pink flowy robe with like a gold sash around her waist and a rapier on her hip as she just looks out into the distance. And she sees you all falling, and you just see a little like finger wave, not like fingers individually, but fingers all moving at the same time, up and down kind of wave. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
As she waves, and then you just see her just slowly just start making her way towards where you guys are landing.
Let's take a 10-minute break because you guys leveled up, and I gotta use the restroom.
Hey.
Oh!
Wait, holy shit! Oh fuck! I just made this character. I gotta fucking level her up.
Fuck. Now I gotta decide. So wait, what? Let me double check this. We're level 10?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Hey.
Like, wow, I haven't even met you yet, and I already feel stronger. What's my hit die? A D8? Boop. Damn. Oh no. Goodbye, Sylvie. Goodbye, old Sylvie.
I had a thing I wanted to do. It's just sad.
What?
Oh, no. It'll never happen. It'll die a mystery.
Was it something you mentioned to me before?
Speaking of dying a mystery,
No, we'll just annoy Joe enough about it, and he will tell us eventually.
No.
It's
Yes.
something you already told me about.
No. This is something I thought of, like, after the vision.
Aw.
Isil's trying to be supportive sister.
She's doing her best. Alter's just in a weird place.
She's trying. She just doesn't really know how to do that well.
She did keep him from popping off the handle. Because if someone else was, if anybody else was like, you don't necessarily know that happened. He would have blown up and been like, you didn't fucking see the vision. But he won't blow up at Isul. At least he would not blow up at Isul. Now.
stopping Alter from imploding was probably the.
Also, hooray! Level 10! Let's fucking go! I can fix my stats!
Let's go!
For now. For how long? Again.
Until I get another magic item that's like, do you want to adjust your stats and fuck around? And I'm like, I do.
Sure.
Okay.
I get so many toys right off the bat. 5
Look
flare
at
points.
this.
Go.
We're actually playing double-digit characters.
Yup.
Holy shit!
You gain the ability
She's still squishier than Silverus,
to feel magical
which is
effects.
saying something.
Such effects.
She's squishier than a dead girl?
Yeah, it's weird.
Weird.
Scratch. Additional effects.
Yes!
No, she has a higher
Damn.
AC. Oh shit! The trauma has hardened him.
Use which effect. Create.
So if with this level and with the scales, my stats are basically normal again.
We exit the time zone and he gets a little beefier.
Little thicker. Maybe it was just the atmosphere in that place was deflating him.
Isul's like fucking carrying him, and there's just this like little sag as all of a sudden he gains 10 pounds of muscle. It's like, the fuck, man.
Now
all
you
the
choose your. Now you get your muscle back. Now. Oh, I get another spiel.
It's
Okay.
unfortunate I have to spend my level this way, but it's all right.
And another cantrip. Holy shit!
I get this, and then I get...
You could have warned me, Amber. I'm making a new fucking character.
It's true. I could have, but then I
But
would
I
have left
didn't.
you out of. I would have left you out of the group becoming level 10 party.
Question.
Yes.
Does getting the level and exiting the reality count as having a long rest at all? Or
I mean,
no?
you're not gonna go into combat before you have a long rest. I should hope.
Okay.
I should hope. I should preface that if you charge down the mountain and encounter fucking God himself, that's not on me.
Wouldn't it be if
No.
we encountered God himself?
Which does put out the question that I do need to ask of you, Piper. Are you fucking around with deities at all in this system or not?
Deities in the term of what exactly? Do
In the
gods
term
exist?
of, I am playing a Forge Cleric multi-class right now. And so there is some stuff of like getting deity powers and things. Think about it.
You could still have the powers, but for the most part, the gods don't answer typically. But you can still have the powers as from an idea, or that's perfectly fine.
Okay. Isul's getting magic from creation itself.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Perfectly viable.
Fastest level up in the West.
I mean, it'll get a bit wonky when you hit level 10 and Divine Intervention. I'm gonna have to figure out that one.
Don't know if I'm going to be hitting level 10. I was just wanting a little bit of a dip right now.
Yeah.
Because I don't want the next level of Dragoon. I'm going to have to get the next level of Dragoon at some point to continue on.
Why? What does it give?
I don't remember. I just remember I was like, oh, that does nothing for me.
So, I don't know when you last looked at the Dragoon sheet, but I just opened the PDF, and there were changes to the Reaper. They weren't significant, but I noticed that some of the things I had recorded down for my Reaper class features, the wording had changed.
Huh.
The effect is the same. It's just a matter of like they trimmed up the wording to make it more like straightforward. But I would wonder if they changed anything for Jumpy Dragon Dragoon. There it is.
Maybe.
I should check Samurai now that I'm on this PDF.
Hey guys, 1 or 2?
2.
2.
Okay.
The answer is always 2.
Piper, do we have access to diamonds worth 500 gold since I'm at that level now?
Oh my god. I will sprinkle them in stores.
Okay, thank you. Because I was like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I have never played a cleric that's got that far before.
Oh yeah, I need to check the fucking spell thing on this. Second level, I get another spell slot. Yay!
Yay. Alright, I'm gonna be right back.
So, does that mean Isul worships, what was it, Baraga? Builder?
Bygrat, yeah.
Bygrat, there you go.
Yeah.
I don't think
It's
it's so
plus
much
14.
she worships, but she has like essentially I imagine all of her free time for a while was just starting to turn into her fucking around in the forge and making jewelry and making things. And so it's just like the byproduct of practice. Of like This is what I am semi good at, and nobody thinks I'm weird when I am doing it. So let me just do this some more.
Well, I mean, it makes sense that she doesn't worship him, but his job is to encourage men to build. So makes sense. Give it a little push.
Let's see, do I get nope, no more of that? So just another first level spell. Okay, first level cleric spell. Is there anything useful for me? She is not picking up healing. She cannot do any saber sucks.
I mean, there's like create, destroy water. Something like that, probably.
I can swap that one out.
So help action is just giving advantage, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
There's probably a lot more legalese around it, but yeah.
In the simple terms.
Yeah.
I need to get better at charging up my dance charges.
From it, fifth level.
Shield. It is bonus action 60 feet. Action 10 minutes. Bonus action 60 feet. Duration 10.
Let's pick this one from there. Change it. And the next one is this one.
I still have the mithril katana.
Piper,
Hello.
may I make a request?
You may.
Could I get some, like, could I potentially get charges from healing people? Because you made the
what do?
subclass yourself, so
Identify.
Sure.
cool. How do you want to work that?
I don't know. Tell me later.
Something
when I
can't be
remember.
bothered.
Ask me when I remember what I wrote.
Could look at our DMs. I pinned it.
Come here.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
That makes it a lot easier, actually. To be fair, we also did. No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
I will find it now.
I see the homebrew I did for Dia. the fucking Emmett Cell yelling at everybody else meme. And then private information.
Divination. Casting time.
There.
Yeah, now he pinned it.
Okay. I'm just gonna load up on all the fucking ritual spells.
I'm just double checking. Is Shield Samba meant to be the level 11 upgrade?
I think so.
Oh, I was muted. It's like,
Mhm.
I just get the subclass feature at level 11.
It's the Dancer archetype feature.
Hmm.
I'll have to take an in-depth look at it.
Okay.
Cool. Am leveled up.
Okay. 4.
Time to play my second temporary character.
But just think, when you get back to your main character, it'll be worth it.
She's kind of busy at the moment.
She is kind of busy. She did get
She's
run through the
fucking
lands.
dead.
Yep.
Is what she is.
Yeah, like I said, she's kind of busy at the moment.
Jump.
Like- Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Poor Alter.
Man, if anyone but Isul had stopped.
I'm sorry she's not better at comforting.
No. She did she did what Isul does, which is like Alter already has a lot of respect and admiration for Isul. And like he loves his sister. He doesn't want to be mad or upset with his sister. And when she says something that he doesn't agree with, he doesn't take it as like an offense. But like if literally anyone, including T, if anyone had said like maybe it's fake or maybe it's not real, I was so fucking ready to blow the fuck up. I was waiting on it. I was like excited.
Fucking try me. Yes, the reason why Al Sylvie was so fucking silent and quiet, not trying to be invisible.
That would have been the other person to not have Alter blow up at, because it would have been
Turn to snap
confusing.
and then like see her and just like mind break.
Here, I was worried that he would fucking attack her, honestly.
Look at me.
No.
I am
Like, why are
Sylvie now.
you alive and she's dead?
No, see,
He
if
would
he
not attack her.
and if he had tried, Isul is present enough that she would have just cracked him upside the head.
Mhm.
Would she have been lugging Alter? Yes, she would have. She would have just cracked him upside the head.
It's like, I think it would have been like, oh, interesting to like her to be like awkwardly just like, I don't know what to say here. I'm sorry, I look like her.
Oh man. If only there had been like, instead of a sudden drop. Oh well.
I'll be right back.
So it goes.
So it was.
So you just took a level for an ASI, is what you did, Joe?
Yeah, I took Samurai level 4. Which is fun. I took the ASI, bumped my strength, and then I used the balancing power of the scales, which Piper said I would be allowed to round up because I took the first power 2 and went and it which goes swap and then detract 1.
Yep.
And that gives me a rounded 18 to my strength again. So I effectively broke even from 2 ASIs where I put my initial bonus into strength to get me to 18 strength and 16 con, and I was going to put my ASI into probably strength had I gotten an ASI and not needed it. Now my ASI just goes to con, which is fine. Just gives me more health.
So what are your hard stats now?
18 strength, 18 con, 15 wisdom.
Okay.
And then
back up.
10, 10, 8. So yeah, I'm back at normal alter strength.
That was some good air.
Whew. What I really want is to get some mileage out of this extra thickness that I have. Need to get
That
I
can
need
be
there to be like
arranged.
I need to get a feat that's like gives me reckless attack.
No.
I don't want to take a level in barbarian.
But see, you say no, but then you get advantage against him. So it
That
equals
doesn't
out.
matter because he's gonna tank everything.
That's what barbarians do.
See, if there was a power attack that's like, yeah, instead of becoming less accurate and more damage, you become less accurate or you become more damage and easier to hit. Or be like, yeah, that's great. Give me that one. Give me the one that lets me deal plus 10 damage and receive plus 10 damage.
Well, there's the great weapons. That's the great weapon, the like sharpshooters type ones.
Could do that one, but
But you don't use a great weapon.
True.
Unless you count, you could, I guess, theoretically, because there's not really a scythe in like.
Technically, the scythe is a reflavored greatsword.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's technically a scythe should be able to count for that, considering size. Because like I can, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of the great weapon stuff, technically my halberd counts for it.
Mm-hmm.
I think this question was answered. I just forgot it though.
What question?
Mandy. So was level up a magical long rest? Question mark.
No.
Technically no, but Piper said there's probably not going to be combat, so it's effectively like a long rest.
Yeah.
You know what? And don't worry, my new character has not been alive yet to use any resource she can carry, I guess.
And like again, if you like descend a cliff without resting and encounter Raijin, the god of thunder himself, not my fault.
Why is he there on the
Again.
cliffside?
Again, I have to feel like if we encounter Raijin, the god of thunder, it's probably a little bit your fault that he's there.
While we're trying to get off the cliff, we encounter like that. That's not our fault.
Nah.
If you told us, guys, Raijin, the god of thunder, is over there, don't go that way.
See, that's different. I just realized what the title for the stream was, because I kind of just copy and pasted it without thinking. I love it so much.
Good job not swatting at the bird, by the way.
Yeah.
I was really close to it. That's why I was like,
Bird.
insight check, is the bird gonna fly around and then land on one of us and fucking make us explode or some bullshit? I was fucking waiting. I was like, what is it gonna do?
If you swatted at it, that's when combat would have started.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Because
Isul
it
just
hunts down those that do wrong.
Isul just didn't want it near her, so she's like, I can block this. I have a nice big piece of metal. He doesn't need to get near me.
It was the easiest of the planned fights, but you did dodge a boss fight, so good job.
Oh.
See, so the feed it and pet it approach was good.
Here was its mechanics. It was a pretty simple fight, all in all, but very punishing if you violate the mechanic.
Plus 50 to hit,
And to damage dealt.
and oh shit.
To be fair, normally its attacks do 1 damage.
That would
Okay.
less than 2-shot alter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What was Sylvie's HP?
What was the bird's
But
HP? It had like 200.
So it would, like, as long as the, like, if Isul was targeting it, as long as Isul didn't attack it, it would only do 1 damage to her.
Yeah, it would have just been annoying peck. But if you hit it, it would have like taken a bite out of you, basically.
This would be again a top of the round. You state who
Yeah.
they're targeting.
Yeah.
Okay. Deal damage to it. Okay, interesting.
And then
I'm
it
just
would
looking
be
at-
a tactic of, like, ordering who goes,
Mhm.
knowing that essentially it would go up the chain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should probably reread this. I'm guessing this is south.
Hang on, Iris is calling me.
This is much longer than a 10-minute break.
Play Mandy. How was pizza?
We're continuing.
Isul and Kit need to talk at some point, too. It's been a hot minute since they talked.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, I should.
Yeah. Speaking of,
I think Mandy is on a no microphone day right now, though. Which is fine, we have the kit. Noisy house, Mandy. The boys having fun in the background.
Oh, I feel that pain. Yeah, I know, right?
A
How dare
man's
they?
making the noise.
Oh, man. What else do they do besides make noise?
Hey, wait a second.
Don't act like I'm wrong.
Because in you arguing, you are in fact making noise and proving your point.
Exactly. Yeah,
This is bullshit.
just your noise. Sorry.
many look at your DMs when I get the chance. But when we return to the scene, everybody was gently falling down next to this very pink woman.
I imagine, like, Isul, like, sets Alter down first because he is used to being carried. He is taller, so he hits the ground first and is able to adjust. And then, like, lands with Kit still attached to arm. It just kind of looks at her and just kind of smirks. Like, no, you don't have to hold on to me anymore. You are on the ground. Sabeth landing partially on Alter at first.
Can Saveth be like gliding with her wings, and Blaze is just on her back?
Pretty much. Blaze just rides Saveth for the most part.
Also flapping their wings, thinking that they're gliding when their wings are too small. Oh man, you know what I just realized?
What?
I didn't think of a voice for this character at all. We'll see what fucking happens.
French.
Let's go.
No, I'm not doing fucking French.
Do it.
Do
No.
the Finny. Do the Finny voice. Because you're
The
not using the
Finny
Finny voice.
That's true, I'm not using the Finny voice.
Do the Finny
Do
voice.
French.
No, I'm not. Fuck you, Joe. I'm already doing French in your game.
Do it
Oh,
again.
speaking of, you had a very good French accent, Joe, by the way. I didn't compliment on you on that yesterday, but you did.
Oh, thank you. I was fucking losing it in that game, on and off.
I love Pierre so much. His accent is amazing.
I also want to point out that somehow you have Paige is legacy sized, and she has a Marcus sized boyfriend that is also essentially Marcus in armor. Tell me I'm wrong.
At the top of her lungs. I'm not sure what.
Oh no, is she okay?
No, I think she was commenting.
I think
Yeah,
that was a
yes.
yes. Because Iris.
Thank
I
you,
will say
Iris.
I think Iris mentioned that the other day. I was like, "What? No."
Perks
there's
of
no
roommate.
similarity. I was like, "There's no similarity at all. What are you talking about?" I'm just like, "Yeah, no."
Okay. Back on track.
Yeah, Legacy like lands and just kind of like smirks at Kit.
Legacy lands?
Not Legacy. Eastwood
my God.
lands. And just kind of smirks at Kit, and Saveth will like kind of land partially on Alter and like almost springboard off of his back in landing fully.
Stop it. And as you springboard off of Alter's back, he'll like look at his shoulder, then look at his arms, and then kind of do the like Johnny Bravo flexing motion a little bit and be like, "Do I look normal again? Am I imagining things?"
You
And
never
he'll
look.
pull out he'll pull out the scales, which are now not magical at all, and he's just like, "Fuck this. Does anyone want this? I hate this thing."
Yeet it.
Time to litter. Alter throws it on the ground.
He still just kind of like watches. And will slowly turn her attention towards Pink Girl. And like kind of look up and down. I'm sorry to ask this, but where exactly are we?
Now that you are on the ground, I'll say that Pink Girl stands at approximately like 5'9". So, average height for a human. And this is me stalling, having her speak, in case you haven't fucking noticed. She's gonna make her way up to you guys and give like a friendly like smile as she like reaches out and gestures with her hands, both of her hands out really wide, gesturing to the entire area. Oh, why can't I speak? Oh, fuck.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Okay. Give me 1 second.
Take a breath. You can do it.
You're good. 'Cause, like your character turns around and inhales to introduce herself, and it startles Alter, and he just goes like, "Ah! Who the fuck are you? Where did you come from?"
Well, I do live here. And I was just about to answer you. So, if I may, you've crash landed in Ilizana. And my name is Saria. Saria Fafina. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Saria Fafina, and we're in Ilizana? How far are we from home?
Can we see
Depends
it?
on where home is.
Actually, it's in the resources, isn't it?
Elizana is not on the map.
Do common knowledge?
Common knowledge, Elizana exists because there have been people to and from it, but it is a land largely enshrouded in mist, so getting there
Oh,
is very...
it's the one that still has the goddess, right?
Yes,
Also, where Kyo is from.
it is where Kyo is from.
But you said it's vaguely towards the west of like the main continent, right?
Yes.
Do we know, is it like known to be a large nation or a small nation, like an island, or
Bigger than an island, smaller than a continent.
okay. It's Australia. Australia with mist.
I was about to say Australia, yeah.
And
Wait.
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No.
Alter just shakes his head and just goes, wait. Ilizana, like, the place that is... doesn't it move around or some shit? Isn't it elusive?
Blocked by mists, from what I remember.
How the fuck did we end up here? Key, why did you drop us in Ilizana? How did you even manage that? Not mad, just surprised. You may answer at your leisure, Key. No need to
We'll get
rush
back
back
to you.
to your microphone.
Oh, she Russian.
I
Oh,
said there was
lots
no
of-
need.
Key, wake up! Are you okay?
Iris, don't die.
No response. I'm worried.
Hello?
Hi.
I made it.
Kind of.
Yeah, I said there was no rush. I don't know why you're rushing, Key.
Catch your breath.
It's all good. We're all just vibing right now. Just chilling.
Alta saying just chilling is funny for some reason.
Congratulations, Joe. You did the weekly breaking the party.
I don't know why that's so funny hearing it from Alter. I just imagine he always says it when it's just the most not chill situation. Yes, typical chill.
Fuck.
The quote you get from Alter when he is like chained upside down over like the shark pit. Just
Hanging around.
chilling.
Yep.
One moment. I'm not sure. This kind of seemed like the right place, and
And I mean, if this is, at least if this is our realm, it's a step in the right direction, I suppose.
I just felt a connection, and I thought this would be where we needed to go.
Well, I can say you know how to land in style. Never see someone fall from there before.
Sorry.
Have you seen anybody pop out around here?
Piper.
It is rare that somebody pops out of the sky, as you could.
Has it ever happened before?
Maybe like once or twice. Mostly they end up shipwrecked.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Well, usually there's some sailors who, crash into the sand a little bit. We don't really get people who pop out the sky. Yeah, it's happened once or twice before, but it's very unusual.
Well, I would fucking hope it's unusual. And your name was what again?
Saria.
Saria. Well, I'm Alta, and well, here's the rest of them. Just gestures to everybody else.
Isul just kind of shoots him a dirty look. I'm Isul.
I'm Key.
That's Kit.
Yeah, I'm imagining the I'm Kit.
Hello, I am Kit.
It's the I'm
Hey! Don't worry, we know Kit's voice so well.
It is very distinct.
Kit is the backbone of this game. She's going to give like a wave, and with another grand like gesture, both hands towards probably in this direction. And it's just like, well, oh yeah, I guess I can be the first one to welcome you to lasagna.
Lasagna.
Yeah, I just drank coffee, so my throat's a little dry. I need to drink water.
We're in the land of lasagna.
Lasagna.
the illest Zanya.
Leave me alone, okay? I had no prep for this fucking character.
To be fair, you've had multiple months. Yes.
That's fucking irrelevant, okay? I have not
That's
prepped
what
for
I
this
said.
character.
No prep. No prep and no respect.
Isul will kind of... She still has her wings out for a moment. Kind of look around for a second. And will kind of, with a little kick off the ground, jump into the air and kind of fly a little higher to get a scope of the land. Worry about catching people and getting them to the ground safely.
I can give you a vague view of the map. There is Elizana in all of splendor. From high atop your mountain, at the top left.
So we're all the way up here?
Yes.
Yeah. So, mountainous valley villages, right?
Yes.
Sorry, could you ping the section we were at again, just real quick? Okay, so like Mount.
Yeah.
Way up there. Yeah.
And then just sea beyond.
Sea beyond, and eventually mist.
So just kind of like takes it all in for a second and then slowly drifts back down to the ground, like wings disappearing a few inches from the ground. Just kind of shaking her head slightly. This
You
is...
have to enjoy the view.
Oh, it's nice enough, I suppose, but not necessarily the view that we were hoping for. Almost
Alter,
reminds
hold-
me of home, but with a little less snow.
Alter holds up his hand and looks at Saria and will say, like, question. You don't happen to have the ability to teleport people hundreds of miles?
Unfortunately, that's just a bit beyond my skill level. Just a little bit.
Oh, shit.
Do you know someone who could, or maybe, I don't know, teleportation circle of some sort?
Piper, the person who comes to mind. Is that the person I should bring
It
them
would
to?
be your boss, probably.
Well, I don't know if we have something lying around, but I mean, I can take it to the boss lady.
Don't...
A boss lady.
Honestly, if she could point us in the right direction, I might be able to get us back, hopefully.
Well, I hope you don't try to sail that way. That's not going to work.
Why won't that work?
Well, the area around Elizana is protected by the mist. It's very difficult to pass through. A lot of people die trying. It's very rare new people come here.
Is it going to be a problem that we're here then?
No. I mean, as long as you don't cause trouble.
Define trouble.
General havoc, attacking people for no reason. There's just general mischief. No, not general mischief. That's allowed. As long as it's not just permanent. I've discovered that.
A voice comes around from around Saria. Like a gentle voice, like, they're too pretty to cause damage, miss.
Oh. She's gonna turn around and gesture to it. How could I have forgotten? You always were a bit slower, walking up the mountain. Allow me to introduce you to these fine folk.
So did we say it was the sash around your waist? That's what we decided?
Yeah.
Yes, so
Yeah. She's going to
yeah.
take one hand on the gold sash around her waist, and she is going to just take it off and then kind of just like flip it out. So
Yes.
it's like a ribbon, and then she's going to just drop it onto the ground.
Yeah. So she takes like the golden staff from her waist and it begins to glow, and as she drops it, the light scurries behind her, but you can see a faint pink image flow out from behind her, peeking back at you guys.
Wait, so like the sash animates into someone?
Yeah.
Ah.
But like a person, like normal sized person, or like tiny person?
Normal sized person.
Oh, I can put the art in chat if you'd like.
Yes.
Character creation or general?
Character creation's fine.
Okay. Cool.
So, what is your belt talking?
And she's going to just like gesture over her shoulder. She's more of a sash, but it's a little more complicated than that. She's a little bit shy, but why don't you introduce yourself? These people are nice.
I am hello, I'm Valentine.
And she ducks back behind her. Ducks back behind Saria's waist. Clearly trying to hide her small form from you guys. You can once again hear from ah! Ah! They're teasing me!
Valentine, it's okay. They're not going to hurt you.
So just kind of trotting over, sniffing the air, sniffing Saria at first, and then head immediately behind Saria.
Yeah!
Okay. Hello there. You think you could just, take a step back a little bit? She's a little nervous.
So Beth kind of looks up, and then looks towards Valentine, and Isul just sighs. Just gets very, Saveth, come on. And Saveth just sits down where she is. Kind of dumping Blaze onto the ground behind her.
Gently, slowly, gently bucks back. They're pretty, but kind of scary.
See, look, it's okay. They're friends, you see? They're not going to hurt you. And look, point to Saveth. It's a friendly one. You know, it's a friend.
I think it wants to eat me.
It's not going to eat you. Why would it eat you?
The last one tried to.
Well, the last one was a bit of a dick, wasn't it?
You had to spend like a month repairing it.
Yeah, well, I repaired, didn't I?
You did repair it, true.
Look, everything is going to be fine. When have I ever steered you wrong?
No,
Don't
there was
count all the
that
times
one.
I did. No, we're ignoring those.
Well,
Never
I mean,
steered
if
you wrong permanently. See,
growing increasingly flustered.
see, you can't think of one. Because I haven't. Not permanently.
Because
Always
you're not
fixed it.
lit.
What'd you say?
I'm saying you're not letting in and just got off.
Oh, God. Okay.
Alter
Can we go
like
back?
bumps Isol's arm and just goes, "You control your zoo."
He just kind of like looks at him and then looks towards Saveth, just like gestures with both hands of like, she's in her teenage phase. I can't really do much of anything. Meanwhile, Blaze kind of totters around the side of Saveth and will peck at the edge of Valentine's fucking robes.
You could see her like jump like 5 foot back. The bird
Oh,
tried to kill me.
the bird didn't try to kill you. You're overreacting again.
Let's get this
You
little
said the same thing about the worms last year.
the quiet.
The worms were 20 feet tall.
They were babies.
Did a very small queh noise from the chocobo.
So eventually she circles around and she pulls out a box of chocolates and she gives each of you one. And then immediately ducks behind the most area away from everybody that she can, while also being.
Everyone gets a chocolate.
Everybody gets one chocolate.
Would you maybe have the map?
You know, I probably should, but I don't. I kind of know this place like the back of my hand, so there's no really need to. I can take you to where there is one, though.
You said something about taking us to your boss lady? Somebody
Yep.
that might be able to help us.
Yeah, I can take you to her. It's a bit of a hike, but I mean, I'm just heading back anyway. I just saw something in the distance and thought it might be interesting.
I can certainly say that none of us are going to be bothered by a hike.
Considering we just walked for, I don't know how long time passes in that realm, but it's fucky, and it felt like a long time.
Yes,
I think I know what you're
Sorry.
talking about.
this will be getting us somewhere closer to where we
Jeez,
need to
what
be,
the-
hopefully. And if
What did
nothing
you
else,
say, Amy?
I think she got just she went silent, so I'm assuming something happened.
So I got scared by Mr. Amy. I didn't realize he was next to me and holding a whipped cream can
Gotcha.
next to me. Surprise treat. Sorry, what were you saying? I got spooked.
Alter was being grumpy about having to do a hike.
Mm.
He was saying like a hike's nothing compared to what we just walked through, but he was gonna say like, also sorry if I'm grumpy. We just came from another reality.
Well, Valentine, I think I win the bet on who'd find the weirdest thing yet.
Wait, I won that bet like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, well,
You
we've
can't
started a new
just
bet.
reopen it.
Yeah, we reopened it again for this year. I don't think anyone can beat me this time.
You can see her flailing, like not actually punching you, but just like lightly tapping you with her fist multiple times. That's not fair.
All right, well, hopefully this walk isn't as hard as the last one you did. I can tell you the view's probably a lot better.
Yeah, just so long as there's nothing that's going to jump out and try to kill us, I think it's going to be markedly better.
No, I mean, probably not. You see a lot of flowers, though. She like prestidigitations a bunch of like. What are the flowers on her fucking motif?
Sakura
Cherry
petals.
blossom, sakura petals. Yeah, she
Yeah.
like prestidigitates like a little like flurry of them with a gesture of her hand. So I hope you don't have allergies. That would be unfortunate.
Isul just shakes her head slightly. Anyway, I certainly don't. Let's get going, if you don't mind. I think we're all a little anxious.
All right. And she's going to just give Valentine her hand.
As you take her hand, she glows in the flash of light and then just wraps itself around your waist automatically.
All right, ready to go. Let's get this hike on the road. She's going to lead the way.
So you guys are at the very tippy top of this mountain. She leads you about halfway down to a building. It is a very rustic yet welcoming building, and you can smell stew, freshly cooking stew.
Well, it smells nice at the very least.
Oh, I almost forgot it was dinner time. Don't worry, there's probably enough. There's more than enough for all of you if you're hungry. But let's go. Come on, let's go.
Isul's just gonna follow Saria because she knows where we're going.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Walking through the door, the first thing you immediately get swarmed is with kids. You look,
Oh, God.
you look around to see about 3 kids charging you, like, Miss Saria, but new people, and they immediately like begin to crowd around you guys.
Nope, she's going to catch
examining-
him. What? Fucking under the fucking arms, one on one, under her arms, of like, all right, hi kiddos. Let's not crowd the newbies. They're enough nervous as it
Aw.
is. Then maybe we can talk to them later, but give them some time, yeah? They just fell out of the sky.
Wow.
I know. So give them some space.
Okay. And they grumbly do that thing where children do, where they like kick the earth, looking all glum as they march back inside.
She's gonna turn to the others. Sorry about that. They get a little excited. They haven't really met a new person yet.
Huh. And I'm assuming none of them are yours, correct?
Can you repeat that? My headphones cut out.
So I'm assuming none of them are yours, correct?
Well, I'm in charge of taking care of them. This is an orphanage, after all.
An orphanage?
Points to the sign.
The site just says
Oh,
orphanage.
boy. Huh. Alter looks at his sister and is like, of all the places we could have landed, we had to land in this on a orphanage on an island that is hidden in the mist. How did you end up dropping us here? Looking at Key.
Look, if she got us back to our right realm, right, I don't know, version of reality, it's more than we could ask. And
Are you-
at least this is a roof over our heads for the time being.
It's true, it's a good point. This is our reality, right, Key?
I think so.
Isul will just kind of kick the end of her halberd to, like, smack the back of
Ow.
Alter's leg.
In the distance, you can hear, Is that new voices I hear?
Yep.
Well, bring them in. Dinner's almost ready.
Yes, ma'am. She's gonna just gesture to you all where she was just like getting the kids to like leave you guys alone for now. You can't really control the kids for that long. She's like, all right, well, I hope you're hungry.
You know, I am kind of hungry. I won't say no to a meal.
All right. She's gonna stop at the door. She's like, all right, well, it's my turn for chores this week, so I want you all to wipe your feet on the mat before you walk in.
She will do as instructed. Make sure her feet are very, very clean. Or
Thank you.
shoes.
See, you have manners. I like this one. She's cute.
Just kind of like arched brow from Isul, this like very much expression of like, really? Just stomp off her boots a little bit. Walk inside.
She does the same, just like gets like the outer layer of mud from walking through the fucking mountains that gets on the gunk on the bottom of your shoe that she gets.
As well.
She walks inside. Wow. And she's going to turn and gesture towards Boss Lady here. And she waves an arm out to present the newcomers.
Yeah, so on the other side of the counter, a tall, like maybe 5'11" woman with long silverish hair and bright red eyes regards you. You can see in front of her is a pot of stew. And as you guys look at her, she's like, you guys must be newcomers. Welcome. Come take a seat. Stew will be ready in a minute.
Thank you for the warm welcome, considering we just fell out of the sky. It's absurdly kind.
Oh, but of course. Everybody that comes here is an honored guest. I hope you guys like beef stew.
I can assure you, she makes the best one on the island.
I would hope so. I've been doing this for a while now.
Mm-hmm. Also, I think we should put the bed board. I think I found the weirdest ones this year.
Oh? I mean, they are new, but they're not necessarily weird. You gotta learn to watch
Well-
it a little bit more.
We're definitely weird. We are incredibly weird.
You'll see when you talk to him. She like fucking like puts a like she like whispers, hiding like her face behind her hand. Yeah, they said they just travel through a different, an alternate reality. So it's either they're real weird or they hit their head on the way down.
So they aren't. So they just popped out of the sky. You said.
Yep,
How very peculiar.
exactly. So why I think I should win the bet board this year early.
Well, there's still an entire year, so you don't win the prize just yet.
I mean, how many people are going to find others from an alternate reality?
Oh, an alternate reality, they say.
We're from this reality, but we came from a different one. Sort of. It's really hard to explain.
Isul just kind of like having sat down and just kind of like watching all of this happen. Kind of waves a hand, like dismissing the conversation a little bit. That's the details of it are not necessarily important. I don't suppose you would know of anybody or know of some way to travel to a different country. Teleportation circle of some sort, maybe.
Well, that would be the purview of the goddess and the goddess alone. Children, come, dinner is ready. And one by one, the children begin to line up, and in a very orderly fashion, they take plates and spoons, and they begin to set the table, as if they've done this 1,000 times, which they probably have.
The goddess, you said.
Yes, that's right. Goddess Mistella.
Does that ring any fucking bells?
No, it wouldn't ring your radar at all.
He'll just kind of like blanks. Okay. And is this a goddess that we can, I don't know, talk to?
Oh, of course. She resides in the capital.
How far is the capital from here?
3 days, give or take. I mean, you could try just entering a probable space again, but without a solid entrance point, you guys are probably just going to end up back here.
And try entering what?
Improbable space.
Oh, okay. I heard base, and I'm like, what base?
Return to base.
So, you all know about the alternate dimension shit.
Not everybody. Me and a select few.
Why do you know about this?
Who
Well,
are you
yeah.
exactly?
My name is Suzaku. I guard these lands.
God. God, as in you just happen to own them, or God, as in you wouldn't happen to know what an angel is, would you?
Well, of course I do.
Are you one of the angels?
No, I'm technically not classified as an angel. Angels aren't allowed here by any way, shape, or form, typically.
Why?
Because they endanger the world.
Soul just like. So you can see her slowly deflating. She's tired.
Well, to be fair, they don't endanger them by themselves, but usually they bring trouble with them. One by one, she begins and pours stew into each of the child's bowls, and they each go back to their place. She sets a bowl down in front of each of you. Eat up. Eat up while it's warm. You don't want cold stew.
Forgive me, but it sounds like you have. Well, you seem to know about this, and you seem to be handling it like you've dealt with all of this before.
I would think so. I've been alive for nearly 5,000 years now.
Oh,
Also
boy.
just
you like-
blinks and like gets a half-lidded gaze and then just starts eating his stew.
Would you like something to drink?
Well, I'm good.
I think all of us could do with some water. Isul says, and you can see her kind of like gaze drifting towards the door as she gets the message from Kit.
Okay.
Little concerned. But not chasing
Okay,
after
yeah.
her.
Yeah. Yeah. Kit's gone invisible. She's not here. Okay. Well, in that case, let's just enjoy our meal in peace. I'll prepare some beds for you guys as well.
Are you completely sure that we would just end up back here if we went back to the other realm?
90% probability. You could just try and do it now. But do you know how to?
No. Could you teach me? Some pointers, maybe?
That's the purview of Miss Stella, I'm afraid. Last thing I want to do is get... Well, I don't want to die again. Thank you very much. Not to say... Not... Whoa. Who left?
Mandy's
okay?
putting shorts to bed.
Oh, Mindy's putting shorts to bed. Okay. To be fair, it's not that she would kill me, it's just... I might wish I was dead.
You can't die in my lifetime. I don't want to go find you.
I would hate to be found again. Well, no. That's not true. If it were to happen, it were to happen. That is just simply what fate is all about. But still, we should try to prolong our lives as we see fit.
Isul's starting to get the 1,000-yard stare again.
But let's save all that talk for later. You guys are clearly worn out. And I would hate to overload you with information at this point in time.
All I want is for some of you, something about all of this start making sense at some point.
Well, I can't help the improbable space, but if you have any other questions, I might be able to answer. Whatever I can do to help out.
Well, you're over a billion years old or whatever, so do you have any cool magic tricks that you can do? I assume so.
Well, what kind of magic tricks?
Hmm. He, like, kind of scrunches his face for a second and thinks.
She's already said she can't teleport us anywhere.
Alter just kind of scrunches his nose and just goes, do you have any magic artifacts? Can you make magic artifacts?
Well, sure I can. If I had the items and materials necessary, how do you think I made Valentine?
I didn't think. I think now.
Good on you for thinking.
He turns to Saria and then opens his mouth to say something, and there is like a finger point and like an, and then he just and it just starts eating more of his stew.
Well, you're a hungry one. I have seconds. I probably have thirds too. I usually eat meat too much. I can't help.
And Zarya has already finished her bowl. She's like, don't worry, I'll take care of it.
Ah, perfect. I was feeling a bit peckish myself. You can see her set down. Not with a plate of stew, but she has like a plate of vegetable that she begins to snack on as she observes a lot of you.
So just eating like half of her stew and then just like setting the bowl on the ground in front of Seth.
She turns to Key. So are you the one that brought him here? That brought all these people here then?
Yeah, kind of. I was trying to guide us home, but this was kind of where we ended up.
Well, that explains it. If you're looking for home, this is your home.
Slow
No.
head turn to Key.
I don't believe it is.
Really? You're just spitting image of your mother.
Puts bowl down. Continues looking at Key.
I'm sorry. I've never been here before.
Are you sure?
Yes, Key. Are you sure?
Alta.
I don't know this place.
Well, not this place in particular. But you were born and raised here in Elizana. Well, not raised, but you were born. Like I said, you're spitting image of your mother. I wouldn't mistake that anywhere.
Is she alive?
She most certainly is. I would hope so.
Where can I meet her? Where would she? No.
She's in the capital. In fact, it sounds like you guys want to go meet her anyway.
Isul's head turns very quickly towards the lady. eyes narrowed.
Gotta do something to offend you.
Are you implying that Key is somehow related to this goddess?
Well, I mean, I'm not implying that is what I'm saying. She and every one of her kin are direct descendants.
Slow head turn back to Key.
He is staring wide-eyed at the stew, like, what?
Key, remember to breathe.
Uh-huh. She takes a deep breath.
Turn into Isul's fucking quote. Fucker, remember to breathe.
Well, this is good then, right?
Yeah, chances are when you thought of home, you had this subconscious connection to this place, even if you didn't realize it yourself. Rookie mistake. You'll learn to get better at it.
If she's from here originally, have any idea how she ended up on the other side of the world?
The usual way. Shipwrecked, or perhaps given to somebody, or teleported away. There's 1,000 different reasons.
So you don't actually know Key, you just knew people
Oh,
that
I've
look
never
like
met.
Key.
I've never met her herself. No, of course not. But you can always tell. They have the same look, same hair, same short stature, same aura about them.
Well, I may not know her well, but maybe this is a good thing. Maybe she'll help us get back home then. More reason for family, right? Or something. She's kind of looking at everyone, like, trying to be hopeful and focus on the problem rather than the shock of all the shit.
Isul will just kind of like look in her direction, like head tilting slightly. Perhaps. Either way, we'll figure it out. So you don't have to worry too much.
We should see if we can contact Sylvie. Let her know.
Well, how do you propose we do that?
Technically,
Wait,
Kit can. Kit's not here. Yeah.
I was waiting because I saw that Kit used sending to Ethul, and I was like, Alter doesn't remember that she can do that. Alter really remembers that she can do that, but he'll turn to the fucking 5,000-year-old woman and be like, "Can you send messages to people?"
That is one of my many abilities, yes.
Could you help us, please? Maybe?
I suppose I could. Of course, I should warn you that if you're trying to reach somebody outside of the mist, it's going to not work.
Then what fucking good are you? He fucking sets his bowl down.
I can tell that you're incredibly stressed out. Why don't you sleep it off for now?
Wait, can you? Can you? messages to a goddess? Is that even possible?
Oh, you can send messages to her, certainly. She probably already knows you're here, to be honest.
Well, if we can, set up a way to meet her more quickly, like that helps, right? Faster.
If you wish for me to go speak to her, I will do so.
She looks to Cecil and Alter for agreement or any other thoughts.
Alter is sulking.
Isul just kind of has her, chin propped in her hand, 2 fingers kind of rubbing her temple very slowly. I suppose that you think going and talking to her might either make her a little more favorable towards us or speed the process along. It wouldn't hurt.
Maybe get some transportation too, if possible.
This didn't look exactly like the place that has a plethora of transportation options. At least not from what I could see on the mountain.
Can we get a map to the goddess?
Well, I don't exactly just carry a map around here, but just go straight east. It's the biggest city you'll find.
I mean, I can take you there. I don't really need a map. I know this place.
Sold! Nope, you can't back out now. You've already agreed to it.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't want to back out.
Perfect.
Wait a moment. I'm recalling some of the conversations that you were having earlier. How old are you exactly?
You're talking to Saria?
Yes.
I imagine she's like 2021. Put her at 21.
And Isul just kind of you get this slightly distrustful look. Looks back towards the lady. Looks back to Sari.
What? You don't believe me?
To be fair, you just walked us into a house of somebody who says they're 5,000 years old.
And died multiple times.
Well,
That's her whole thing.
that is my whole thing. But only my thing.
Unique little quirk.
Unique little quirk. That's a lot. That's a lot of stuff to be.
Well, everyone's got a quirk about them, don't they?
Alter immediately looks to Isul and just goes, I don't have a quirk. Do I have a quirk?
You don't want me to answer that.
That just means I don't have one. He crosses his arms.
Well, whatever you choose to believe is your business.
Isul will just kind of sit back slightly. Look around the table. I do think that perhaps trying to get a little bit of rest and recover from the journey, if you can call it, might be a good idea. And start sunrise tomorrow. One more night is not going to change anything for anybody.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I do hope Sylvie's okay though.
And
Alter looks like he is sick to his stomach.
so we'll just kind of like, you see the steeliness kind of re-enter her face and her posture. You, much as I hate to say it, but I am concerned about Mori myself. There's no point in worrying about any of it until we can find a way, at least somewhat closer to home. Either ship ride or horse ride or chocobo or whatever we need. So, priority needs to be getting through the mist. And then we can start worrying about everybody else.
Well, maybe Mori is still back at the what was it? Valhalla? Is that what it was called?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's still in Valhalla and he can help us if we're in a hurry.
Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to be much help unless one of us has figured out how to send messages back and forth to Valhalla.
True.
And Isha will... Because I'm assuming that Key looks less than happy right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just kind of slowly get up and walk around behind Alter, giving him like a shoulder squeeze as she passes, and then walk over to Key and kind of ruffle her hair slightly. The little bit rougher way that she has done a few times at this point. Rather than the Silvrus making sure she looks perfect. Isul like, mess up. And just look at her. Don't worry about it tonight. You got us out. So you've already done everything that you could up to this point. And she'll look over towards Alter. And you've landed with 2 people that have managed to survive more things than we have any right to have survived, so we'll figure it out.
I'm sorry we're lost.
It's not your fault.
It's no one's fault. And hell, if we want to place the blame on somebody, just place it on our uncle. He seemed to have coerced more in some regard to opening that portal that we went through in the first place. To give us more of a reason to kill him next time we see him.
Maybe I was too civil with him.
You absolutely were. Though at the same time, next time, you're fighting him and he goes head first through a portal, let him go through the portal on his own.
Wait, are you talking about your uncle or your younger brother?
Uncle? He decided to tumble through the portal with our uncle. Jerking a thumb towards Alter.
It seemed like a good idea at the time.
All I saw was his little stubby tail disappearing through the portal.
It looks a little ashamed. Your tail's not stubby. It's normal. I'm just tall.
Issa will kind of roll her eyes at Alter and then just sigh and look towards Saria. If it's not too much trouble, we'll take you up on the offer for you to guide us to the capital tomorrow.
Well, sure. I'd love to take you. Hope you don't mind the hike, though. I can take you through some shortcuts that I know, but they're a bit more mucky. Or I can take the long way around and do all the sightseeings and all the flowers, or I mean, we could take
No
one of the waterfalls
sightseeing.
down. Well, we could. I mean, if you want to go really fast, we could take one of the waterfalls down the side of the cliff. But that's a bit more dangerous, and I mean, it's
We-
possible to drown there if you hit your head on the way down, but
We will. I
While you're
think
going
the-
down, I will give you some things I need you to take while you're there.
sure
Good
thing,
luck,
boss.
Jenny.
And I think the agreement for all of us, as much as I'm certain that this country is beautiful, and we would like to see more of it, the fastest and safest amongst the fast routes would be our
Alright.
choice.
So no sightseeing, no waterfalls, so there's just hiking through the mud at a swift pace.
How dangerous are the waterfalls?
Alta?
Depends on.
You know Featherfell.
Cheetos Featherfall.
Well, I mean, the thing is that you'd be connected to the ground. You wouldn't be like midair most of the time.
So we would jump.
Well, not really. You'd be sliding along cliffs and rocks, and it's a bit dangerous if you hit your head or if you drown in the water. Or say there's, wildlife there waiting for easy meal.
We're not going to risk any more than we absolutely need to. So, no waterfalls.
Sure thing.
Aw.
I'll take you on the swiftest, fastest, and safest path that I know of.
Thank you.
You may encounter some yokai still. Be careful.
Yeah, not everything's 100% safe, but I'll take you on the safest.
Yokai?
Creatures, monsters, whatever you want to call them. Here we call them yokai.
Well, we can hold our own so long as we're allowed to actually hit them and kill them.
Oh, by all means, if you're able to, and they bother you. But if they don't bother you, try to leave them alone. Not all yokai are enemies, you know? Some can be quite friendly, some can even be helpful.
Yeah.
Use your best judgment.
And don't worry, they'll have me with them. I have a good judgment.
Well, you did steal a cucumber from a kappa and they almost drowned you, but
To
that
be
was your own
fair,
fault.
I missed breakfast and lunch. And I also
don't-
didn't see them.
You don't take cucumbers just lying out. I've told you this thousands of times.
Well, someone had to go to the market to get you that ingredient you needed for breakfast.
So you just take a sliced cucumber open from the wild? I trained you better
Isul,
than that.
the longer this conversation happens, the more Isul looks tired again.
Look, I learned my lesson, okay? Cucumbers don't grow naturally sliced. I already knew that. I just thought I'd ignore that rule.
Okay, well, don't ignore that rule anymore.
Lesson learned. Never again. Scout's honor.
Well, as long as you've learned your lesson.
Not.
Isul just saying quiet enough that only Key and Alter can hear her. So take everything she says with a grain of salt. Understood.
Do
It
you
feels
know
like-
a place we could stay?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I'll have some beds prepared for you.
Yes. I can help you with that. They can probably go in those rooms over there. Those are the not the kid-sized beds.
Yeah, we can keep them around in case visitors come by, looking to see the temple, to pray, to
Mhm.
worship, all that manner of things. They're usually welcome here. You're no different, so by all means,
I don't think he would fit on a kid bed.
I do not think he would fit on the kid bed.
Maybe if he like scrunches up real tight, maybe?
Probably shouldn't risk it though. He might hurt his back. You have to sleep in a good posture.
I mean, he's slouched over already. I don't think it would do much damage.
Well, that is true, but we don't want to damage it even more.
Isol's gaze just slowly shifting towards Alter.
Are they talking about me?
I'm sure he could fit on a kid bed if he really wanted him to.
Oh well, if that's his thing, then I suppose I could arrange one for him.
I don't want to.
I mean, there's no judgment in it.
No,
Most of the sheets we have some cool bugs on them. Cool patterns on them. I picked them
What?
out myself.
I don't want to. No, I want a normal-sized bed.
Well,
Are
there
you
you have it.
sure about that, Alter?
I am going to just. He takes the empty bowl of stew and puts it on top of his head like a shell.
That's not a bowl. That's not a hat. That's a bowl.
He holds it there.
It's a tradition for men from where we're from.
Ah, I see. That makes sense.
Oh, good question. Where are you from? Olia.
Well, originally, my brother and I were from Vestra. However, we're trying to get back to main country.
Marsha.
Larsha.
And it sounds like it's going through quite a crisis as well. Is everything going apace?
Going to pace?
Well, with the the world changing, that sort of thing.
I don't fully understand what you mean.
Oh, unless I'm mistaken, that is the mark of the Totema on her hand. Granted, I haven't been in that world for thousands of years, but I know what that mark means.
So kind of like self-consciously like hand over her arm, kind of having forgotten that she had taken the bandages off. It's chaotic at the very least. That's why it's important for us to get back as soon as we can.
Understandable. Last one was pretty chaotic too.
So
But do your
you
best.
were alive and remember last time?
Yep.
Just vaguely that it happened, or did you know any of the specifics?
I was there when it happened.
So, can you tell us what or like any information that is useful about it?
Depends. What do you want to know about it?
Anything useful?
What do you consider useful?
How about
I
we just
assume-
get story time? You just tell us what you can remember.
Well, last I remember, before the first trial came, this place was already beginning to be sealed because Mustela wanted to make sure that humanity had a safe haven, even should everything go to hell. The rest of them were beginning to form the convocation, but I had yet to gather all the members. So I guess technically I wasn't there when the decision was made, but I was there before it was made. That's when everything was beginning to fall apart with the arrival of the Black Beast. Of course, before then, it had already begun to be gathering, but well, she pauses. It's not that it was already formed. It already began to attack, but they were rushing to solve their little issue of finding out a totema to try and beat it, but they failed. So one very noble woman decided to seal it within herself, and being unable to do anything to the Black Beast at risk of losing that woman, they decided to instead seal history. And so they did just that. They sealed away history.
Sealed away history?
Mm-hmm.
They made it so nobody remembers. Can I propose something here? Because
Yes.
we are hitting a lore bit.
Yeah, let's stop for now. Is
Yeah.
what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
I was getting that point too.
Because
Yeah.
I'm a little tired, and we're also hitting a point where it would be nice to have Mandy around so that Kit can
Yeah.
ask questions and participate if she so chooses. Not to kill the vibe.
No. Yeah, no. This is a good point to end. Alright. Session over. Welcome to Elizana. For however long or short you guys might be.